This message is for the cycle breakers. This message is for the parents who are healing from trauma from their own childhood while simultaneously raising their own child. This message is for you if you deep down know that spanking your child no longer resonates with who you've become. Screaming at your child does not resonate with who you have become. This message is for you if you are a parent and you know that abundance, joy, laughter, love, and fun, and authentic communication with yourself and others, optimism, empowerment, deep, genuine connection with your child and yourself. If that resonates with who you have become, with who you are here and now, this message is for you. We were programmed and conditioned to have tantrums forever, for the rest of our lives. So you see, when you're a toddler, you might scream and you might kick to try to get what you need because you can't really communicate in any other. You can't really say, "Excuse me, young sir, can you please change my diaper? Thank you." You're two, right? But you do the best that you can. And as you get older, you are able to communicate, right? The only thing is, part of the reason why a lot of adults still react like toddlers, a part of the reason why we still have temper tantrums, but as adults, is because we continued to watch, to witness adults have tantrums, to witness adults get triggered and then spew that emotion onto others. We grew up in households where we witnessed adults get angry about one thing, and instead of sitting with and fully feeling what came up within them when they were triggered, instead we grew up watching adults feel anger and then boom, project it onto somebody else. Blame somebody else for why they feel how they feel. Blame somebody else for their reactions, right? Instead of take full responsibility for their ability to sit and to feel what they're feeling and to allow whatever's coming up within them to be released and then to communicate from their preferred vibe, right? Peacefully, intentionally, lovingly, compassionately, right? So because as toddlers, even though we were developing and we were growing, a lot of us didn't really stop having temper tantrums, right? And so then you don't really learn how to feel your emotions, don't really learn the power of being aware of what you're feeling and sitting with it. And then we have children. And then what ends up happening is we're just on a road, we're on a path of having tantrums forever. Because now we get irritated when our children have a tantrum. We don't know how to sit with our emotions, so then we have a tantrum. And then we blame our children for why we have a tantrum. And then we expect our children to be the mature ones, to be able to sit with and process their feelings, but they're children and they're learning from our example. So then it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because we mature through awareness, not your age. Your physical age doesn't have diddly squat to do with maturity. Not the maturity that really matters, at least. Like you physically age, your body matures, but when it comes down to the maturity that impacts the relationships you attract, the health of your relationship, the health of your relationship with your child, etc., the maturity that really matters in the grand scheme of things, that occurs through awareness. So we will continue to have tantrums like children while we raise children until we do the following. 1, until we accept ourselves. And I mean fully accept ourselves. I mean sit down and you can sit down and be in silence and accept everything that arises within you. All of the negative thoughts, all of the positive thoughts, all of the thoughts about what happened 20 years ago. Can you sit and be aware of and accept everything that arises within you without judgment, without being mean to yourself about it? Just witness it all, right? We are going to continue to have tantrums like children until we are able to accept ourselves. All of ourselves, past, present, future potentials, anything that comes up within you. Can you accept yourself? I know you can. You are acceptance itself. I know you can accept yourself. Are you going to give yourself permission to accept any and everything that comes up within you? We are going to continue to have tantrums until we can sit in silence and just sit in silence and be still and be silent with ourselves. We are going to continue to have tantrums like children until we are able to sit with the sensations, the thoughts, the emotions that arise within us when we are triggered by something that someone did or said or something that happens in life. We are going to continue to have tantrums like children until we are able to fully feel, fully be aware of, and sit with and hold space for the sensations that arise within us. They are not permanent. They come and go. It is one of the most powerful things you can do for your entire life is to be able to sit with and fully feel those sensations that arise when you are triggered. Okay, to the degree that you are willing to sit with what arises within you, you are going to drastically reduce how often you scream at your child, spank your child, and keep these cycles going, the very cycles that you are here to break. We are going to continue to have tantrums like children until we give ourselves permission to give ourselves what we need, the time and space to process. What this looks like practically is your child does or says something that triggers you, and then they ask you a question. You still haven't even given yourself fully the few 30 seconds, 90 seconds, 120 seconds to process what you're feeling. We've been programmed and conditioned to believe that we have to immediately respond to our child's question. We don't. We also have the option to say, "Sweetie, give me just one moment, please." Or, "I'll answer that in a few moments, okay?" Right? We are going to continue to have tantrums like children until we give ourselves what we need, the time and space to process what we are feeling, what is happening within our awareness, okay? As a child, you were worthy of the time and space to process your emotions. You deserved it. A lot of people watching this video may have been told to shut up when they were triggered, may have been told to suck it up when they were crying, may have been told, be quiet before I give you something to cry about, right? You were worthy of time and space to process how you were feeling, okay? You are worthy of the time and space to process whatever is occurring within you. And so are your children. Give yourself the time and space to process what you're feeling every time. Okay? Stop expecting yourself to compassionately and gently give your child the time and space to process their emotions. Stop expecting yourself to be able to hold space for your child if you're not practicing to do it for yourself. We are also going to continue to have tantrums like children until we understand the power of silence. Until we understand that silence is far more powerful than any word you could speak, than any action you could take. And this is the opposite of what this world programs you to believe. We've been taught, we've been programmed and conditioned to believe that if I hit you, the most powerful thing you can do in that moment is to immediately hit me back. It's glorified. It's what we've been taught. It's glorified all over, on movies, songs, everywhere, right? It's what is taught. We have been programmed and conditioned to believe that if someone does something to you, cuts you off on the street, right? The most powerful thing you can do is to cuss them out, right? To yell at them, right? We've been taught that if your child does something wrong, that the most powerful thing you can do as a parent, as a form of discipline, is to hit them, is to scream at them. We've been taught that your actions and your words are the most powerful thing you got going, and it's not. There is nothing more powerful than your silence, than your peace. Nothing more powerful than who you are when you are able to fully accept what's happening in the moment, sit with and fully feel what's happening within you. But until we experience that firsthand, and until we are aware of that, we're going to keep on believing in false power. We are going to continue to scream, to yell, to hit, to blame, to shame. But you are a cycle breaker. So your awareness breaks cycles. So the more you continue to give yourself permission to sit with the emotions and everything that arises within you when you are triggered, the more you are going to watch these cycles drop away more and more every day. Your temper tantrum days are over. If you are a cycle breaker, and if you want to continue to be supported on this ride called life, click the follow button or subscribe, depending on what platform you're watching this video on.